It's 7:39. I want to be like, I'm feeling fine, but I got a little bit of a headache, and I didn't have anything to drink. I'm like, am I getting sick? Because that's not cute. We're not doing that. Why you thought me to the universe? Like, no, we're not. We're not doing that. Anyway, I have physical therapy at 10 o'clock, and I told myself that maybe what I would do is like go on the walk before PT, and I was gonna sleep in because I stayed out till midnight o'clock last night and having a good old time, and I didn't even realize it was like 11:47, and I was like, oh my goodness, ew, these bags are designer. But yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I want. And what I do know that I want is that I'm like, I have stuff to do for work. So I'm trying to make sure I have stuff done for work. And I also have like, I've got PT, I've got a psychiatry appointment, and then there was something else on the calendar. I'll come back to you. But it's like cloudy outside, and my brain is like, oh my God, this would be so good for content, like something different. You know what I mean? If I went on a walk, but it's giving potential rain. But do we like pina coladas and getting caught in the rain? I don't know. You know, maybe it'll be an experience. You know what I mean? But yeah, I feel like I can tell that my body wants some gentle movement, but I feel like I just want to stretch, you know? So I might roll out my yoga mat and just do some of that. But I don't know. Anyway, thanks for watching. Good morning. My mouth looks, I don't know. By the way, I showed up at that party with that bottle of rosé, and I forgot my friend doesn't drink. So it's my one friend, the one whose birthday it was, doesn't drink. But I think everybody else does. I don't know. But so that was a waste of $13.48. But I think of it as a gift. Maybe they can gift it to someone else and be like, here you go. You know, so how do y'all feel about that? I feel like if you give someone a gift, like if you give me a mug, it's my mug. I can do whatever the fuck I want with it. I can take it to Goodwill. Well, we're not going to Goodwill. We're going to Salvation Army. But because if you don't know, Goodwill exploits their workers. Look it up. Please. I hate when people tell people to go look something up, but now I'm one of those people. There's just not, the Instagram camera doesn't last long enough for me to tell you about why Goodwill ain't shit. My point, though, is that like once you give somebody something, it's theirs. I remember, so this story is that my friend A and friend, we're not going to do all that. Two friends. One friend gave a friend a pair of sunglasses for her birthday, the very expensive pair of sunglasses, apparently. And she pawned them and she was pissed off. And I get it, because it was like she had been wanting this pair of sunglasses, and you know, she spent the money on them, and it was a very thoughtful gift, and she ended up pawning them, and that bitch also had like a problem. But we listen, we don't judge, you know. But anyway, there's a lot going on there, but the point is, they were her sunglasses. She could do whatever the fuck she wants with them. I'll tell you, that's really more for you than for the person that you're gifting it to. Like, to just like release yourself from this attachment of how someone should show up can apply to lots of parts of your life. I'll give you an example. I hate this because it's extremely recent. Yesterday, I drove my mom to work because the day before was her birthday. And I was like, oh, let me give her a little passenger princess moment. Like, you know, I know she can sleep in a little later, and then she doesn't have to worry about driving and, you know, deal with the shuttle and stuff like that for work. And I just kind of kept asking her, like, do you like this? Like, you know, are you glad you didn't have to drive to work today? And it's because I really wanted to feel like I was doing something good for her. Like, I think like there was a part of me that was like, are you even liking this? Because like I have gotten up early to take you, and I have driven through traffic to come get you. You know what I mean? Like, and I didn't say that, but I noticed I was feeling that in my body, and I had to be emotionally mature and catch myself and go, it's not about you. You decided to do this, let it go. So just having that moment of like, this person doesn't have to have a certain reaction because you've decided to give them a gift, right? Like, so when you've decided to do something for someone, or you've decided to say something to someone, what, like, positive or whatever, like, if they don't have the reaction that you want, like, that can be painful, and that's valid. And you have to recognize that that person is not a bad person. You don't get to be like, well, they were ungrateful and they were this and they were that. And it's like, no, you were upset. I was hurt. I felt let down. I felt unappreciated. And that's okay. And sometimes we can have a conversation with someone, you know what I mean? And be like, I feel unappreciated by you, right? Whole other branches of therapy talk right now. But my point is, give yourself the freedom from other people's reactions. Good morning, and by good morning, I mean it's 2:05, and yes, I do have on lipstick. Thanks for noticing. I have been in the house all day, and I skipped PT this morning. I had PT at 10 o'clock, and I was like, I'm just tired. So I slept, and I was supposed to have an appointment with my psychiatrist, but they're supposed to send me an appointment. This is irrelevant. Anyway, let me get to the point. I've been in the house all day. I need to take my meds. I'm feeling a little Debbie depressed. You know what I mean? I can feel her. And I'm like, I know that I can handle this by just taking myself to get a latte. And I'm sharing this because normally my brain would be like, do I deserve to go? I'm trying to save money. I thought you didn't want to do that. Da-da-da-da-da-da. What about traffic? And da-da-da-da-da. Like all the excuses. And I'm not doing it. I'm just going to I got dressed. I got in the shower just real quick just to do a rinse so I could wet my hair. My point is that I'm not going to sit here and play these giggity games with myself today. You know what I mean? And not even like, I'm not going to play these games with you, like to myself, but I'm just like, hey, like, actually, I know what I want today and I'm going to go do it. I know that I need to take my meds. They're not necessarily, taking them isn't necessarily going to be like, oh my God, everything is snatched. You know what I mean? Like emotionally, but I know I need to take them. And the other thing is that I'm just like, I could sit here until 4 o'clock and be like, man, I should go, I want to go to latte, but I should just work from home. I should just go get out of the house for a second in my cute little new shirt. It says Chinga tu muro and fuck your walls, and just go get this coffee and maybe even sit at the coffee shop for a little bit. So bring my little lippity laptop and a lippity top. That's what I wanted to say. Yes. So I just wanted to say that today I am better at listening to what I need, because normally what I would do is just like feel guilty, sit in the shame spiral, get more depressed, sit here and in this low lighting, the sun's not too bright, and just like I'm working on stuff, but it's like there's just something that feels off. I'm like, I just need to get out of the house. I need to go like be in the sunshine. I need to just go get a coffee. And if I need to spend money on a coffee just to have a moment, I'm going to let myself have it. And there's a little part of me that does feel kind of guilty and feels like uncomfortable and like, why can't you go without it? But it's like, you know what? I'm not going to be upset over $10 or less to where my mental health is going to be taken care of. If that's what self-care looks like today, alhamdulillah that I have the money to be able to go do that today. Thank you. You know what I mean? We're pushing her. We waiting for Friday because Friday is payday. We waiting for her, but still, you know what I mean?